Hi guys, it's Jason here with Smoking Eagles Rod Shop, coming to you from my home shop here in Napanee, Indiana. It's been a minute. Had a bunch of frustrations in the last video of getting things done. You know, all the best plans in the world can be for naught if parts don't fit. So I spent the week ordering some parts and remeasuring, rethinking, re-talking about some things, and I think I got a path forward on the master cylinder, and I think I got a path forward on the headers. So yeah, also got some other things done. So let me bring you in there, and let's look at what we're doing. And let's look at what we're going to get onto today and hope to accomplish today. Hey guys, so I've been working on a few things off camera. I got this little adapter plate from Wildwood that switches from horizontal to vertical mounting, and then I can go to a single master cylinder rather than a dual. And I'm only running front brakes anyways, and we're not running this thing on the street, so I should be able to get away with just a single up there. And it gives me a bunch of room up here. I mean, it buys me all the room in the world up there. So that's pretty okay. I'd like to try that kind of solves the brake issue. Then the header issue and that hitting right there. I think I can cheat this forward just a little bit, which will gain me some. And then I also think I can put the shims in under the transmission, which will bring the back of the motor up, which hopefully will buy me even a little more. I mean, we're not talking much. We just need a little bit. So hopefully we can get that done. I also, off camera, I worked on that throttle cable. I needed one that was just a couple inches longer than stock. I looked on Summit. I found a GM one for, I think, a C10 pickup truck, you know, a square body, and it literally just plugged in there and worked first time, and it only took like 5 minutes, so that was a big victory to this week. Sorry I didn't bring you guys along, but you know, you got to celebrate those little victories when they happen, and that was kind of a, you know, when something works first time and it only takes you like 5 minutes to put it in, you kind of got to celebrate a little bit. So that was a win. I got some longer bolts for my fan, so I should be able to install the fan and finish up installing the pulleys. I did buy smaller belts, so I bought one size smaller on both belts, and it gives me a little bit more room of adjustability here. With the 1 inch longer belt, it was pretty much maxed out, but there was still room to adjust it. There was still room to tighten it. I just kind of felt like maybe if I could run a smaller belt, that'd be better. So I bought both belts that were one size smaller. They work. The belts that are one size longer work, but they can go in the glove box as spares. And if I ever need to order belts, I know I can order either one and either one will work. So that's a great. I need to get to getting this fender well out. So what I need to do, today is I need to get this fender well out so I can put my little surge tank in here. So then we can start worrying about, so we can start figuring out the plumbing of the gas. I have a fuel pump for here, and essentially we're going to run high pressure from this little surge tank just up to my throttle body that has fuel injectors in it. So we'll have a very short high pressure line, and then we'll have a, you know, kind of just a little transfer pump from the back tank to this little front tank. And that seems to work really good on cars that do that are doing burnouts. And so I'd like to get this inner fender out today. I'd like to get this thing mounted today. I'd like to find a better spot to mount that. I really don't want it on the fender. I really want it in closer to the frame, so if I tag a wall, it doesn't get crumpled. It doesn't make, you know, more damage than it needs to be. And yeah, I'd like to get that done. I also got my fittings. For my my steam ports, so I should be able to finish those lines up today. So get those lines finished out. get the front fan installed, and then I can put my radiator in, and then my coolant system's really down to the 2 big radiator hoses, which would be nice to be to that point on there. If I can get this guy mounted, I can then make those 2 lines that run from there to there, and then the power steering system's completed. And then if I can get this guy mounted, I can start looking at what lines I'm going to need to route up to that throttle body, and what lines I'm going to need to run back to the tank. So it's kind of making a lot of progress here, guys. So let me get you up on time lapse, and let me get this inner fender getting ripped out, and then we can go from there. Yeah, it's coming together really quick, guys. Okay, guys, I got rid of that inner fender well on the passenger side, and then I got all this wiring in here that was just in the way, so I started cutting it all out. I hate to cut out the existing wiring, but the guy that had the car before us kind of hodgepodged a bunch of it together, so we continued to hodgepodge on top of the hodgepodging that had been done previously before us. So we were already like twisted wires on, misgauged wires on, jiggle that wire and it'll run. This motor is going to be on a ECU, and if you've ever heard anybody talk about wiring a car for an ECU, they'll tell you right now that that kind of wiring that's not very well done is going to be your biggest issue. So I've wired an ECU engine before. I guess I'm doing it again. So yeah, just start cutting wires off and getting rid of things that are just going to be in the way. We didn't have the windshield wipers hooked up, and they were just kind of hanging out, so I thought, you know what, I'm here, let's just clean this firewall off. I got the windshield wipers out. I got the cruise control cable. I got that deleted. I deleted all the wires coming through the firewall. There's this big hunk of wires that came through the firewall that we weren't even using. It was just wadded up and shoved over in here. I'm sure that wouldn't have caused a fire or an issue. So yeah, I think we're gonna get back to it. I think that's as clean as it's going to get inside of here. I'll probably wash it at some point. I would like to run a little support from here down to there, so that's not so flimsy. Yeah, look at that. I'd like to run a support from there to there at some point, and I'd really like to put those inner fenders back in. Those little braces from this lip down here to this lip here, and then that way I'll have an area to tuck my wires. I should be able to tuck wires up under there if I need them. So that's kind of why I saved those earlier. But yeah, I think it's time to put our fan on. I think it's time to put our fan on and our radiator in, and then that'll be a really good spot if we can get the fan on and the radiator in, and the belts 100%ed. I'll probably make those 2 hoses for up there real quick while I'm doing that. So yeah, let's get the fan and the radiator and a couple of hoses made. Get you guys back on time lapse. Probably give you a different angle so you can see a little better inside of here. That probably wasn't the best angle, but hey, here we go. So guys, I got that I got the keyways put down in that thing and made sure everything was tight, and I got my belts back on and tight, and I got that fan up and in there. That's a plastic fan, and it's rated for 8,000 RPMs. It's a lot further in than the metal fan that I was running. I was always worried about the metal fan coming unglued, especially with the motor spinning at 6K. So I kind of like that just in case. And I also like plastic because it holds a lot less energy if it gets out of balance or if it decides to take off. The last metal fan we were running was overdriven, and that burnout in Indy, I was cranking right at about 6,000 RPMs. This one's underdriven and rated for 8,000 RPM, so I think it'll be fine, especially if we're only going to be at about 7,000, 6,500 to 7K for a burnout. I think that this fan will be absolutely fine. I feel a lot better. I feel a lot more better about that Jones spacer than the one that was kind of small and spindly. That's kind of big and beefy. I looked for a spot for this, and it looked like the frame was going to be perfect, so I just mounted it right there. Those are some big beefy bolts. It's not going to go anywhere. And the more I looked at this, after I got the radiator in, the happier I was with it. I think that these lines are going to do a nice little bend right to their home, and they're going to be real nice and happy. Yeah, if I get to the point where I've crushed the fender far enough to push this to where it doesn't work, it's probably not driving on the damn trailer anyways, guys. So, yeah, the radiator's in, the reservoir's mounted, the surge tank's mounted. I also made this little bracket when I was at Dustin's a few months back for my pressure regulator, and that's mounted. So now, I think I can get to those. I can start, buttoning up those coolant lines, those power steering lines, and I can actually start plumbing the high pressure side of the fuel system. I have the fuel pump in the house. I just haven't brought it out here yet. I think I need to order a few 6AN fittings to finish up the fuel line to the engine, but yeah, we're done with belts, and we're moving on to hoses at the minute, and it looks like we're getting close to running a lot of hoses. I'm really surprised at how much progress was done today. It looks a lot better, so it feels a lot better. Things actually are getting checked off the list instead of 80%ed or 90%ed. So I think I need to order some more parts, and I think I need to get to making hoses, guys. I think we're going to be really close to making hoses really soon. Oh yeah, and wiring it, since I just hacked out all the wires that were left inside this thing. But I think that's going to be it for today. Hey guys, it's been a really good week of progress. I think today was a really good day of progress. I feel like I checked a lot of things off the list. I also made a list of things that I need to order, so I can get those on the way and keep plugging away at this. I'd like to get to the point where the hoses are done, and then I can start running some wires. So yeah, I may need to jump to wiring before I get to that point of hoses being done. So either way, that's pretty exciting. Yeah, what a good day's worth of progress. Hey, thanks for following along. I don't think it's going to be very long. We're going to be doing some burnouts with this thing. I think it's going to have a whole different attitude. I think it's gonna be cool. Yeah, today was a day where, you know, a lot of things went right. So, you know, there's bad days in the garages and there's good days in the garages, and you know, it's still not being at work. So yeah, thanks for following along. I'm gonna get some food. I'm starving, I'm hot, and I'm tired already. So yeah, until next time.